Let's begin with a great riddle today. When is a mite worth more than all the money in the world? Okay, so it's not a great riddle. After I saw the snowfall this week, yeah, I know it's still October, I couldn't help but start thinking of Christmas again. Maybe you've already gone to the stores and you've seen the toys that are for the kids for parents to buy to give to their kids for Christmas, or you've seen the decorations. Pretty soon we're going to see those commercials on TV, and I'm sure that you know which ones I'm talking about. The ones where there's a big red bow placed on top of an expensive car, and that's the gift to someone significant to them. I mean, who does that? Who gives cars for Christmas? And I suppose if that's what you would do, then, well, that really makes all the gifts that I've ever given really so small, so insignificant. But is that the way that you sometimes feel about the service that you do to God in this world, in His kingdom? That it seems so small and insignificant compared to the rest of the world, the rest of the people? There's a story in the Bible, and I know that you know it. Jesus and His disciples were in the temple, and they were somewhere where the offering plate was. And as people were coming in to worship, they were dropping their offering into this offering plate. And we're told that they were bringing large sums of money. And you can almost picture it, couldn't you? Or even hear it. You can just hear these large coins just clanging against the bottom of those offering baskets, against one another, making a big scene so everybody could tell that was a large offering which was given. In comes a woman. Where's her husband? He's dead. She's a widow. And in that societal class structure, widows were seen really as nothing, insignificant, forgotten about. She comes with her offering. She goes and she puts her two little coins in. Maybe they were too small to even make a noise at all, or if they did make some kind of noise, maybe it was this high-pitched noise so everybody knew, oh, that was a very small offering. Such an insignificant offering given that it wouldn't even be noticed on any kind of church budget. No thank you would come from anybody. It was so small, so insignificant, unnoticed. But one person noticed. That was Jesus. We hear from Mark chapter 12. Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. They gave out of their wealth, but she, out of her poverty, put in everything, all she had to live on. Now, why did she give, and why did Jesus say this about her? Well, Jesus can do something. He looked directly into her heart, and he could see the love and the trust and the faith that this woman had in her Savior God. Yes, insignificant to the world, but not insignificant to God. Now, how about you? Do you sometimes feel like the work that you do is so insignificant compared to other people and the work that they do in this world? Maybe as you are preparing, and this is for the teachers at least, you're preparing to meet a bunch of parents very soon with all of the parent-teacher conferences coming up. And I don't know what those meetings are going to be like for you. I pray that they're going to be very encouraging, uplifting for you, but I could only guess that there are probably some that aren't that way. That comments are made to you that are not encouraging. They don't build you up. Instead of they tear you down. And when you start to feel that, maybe you start to feel that you're really insignificant, that you're not important, you're not noticed, that those parents aren't noticing everything that you're doing for that child. Maybe you start to question what you are giving back to God. Don't question. You are doing some of the most important work this world could ever see. You are taking the very message of God and Jesus, which is in your heart, you're sharing it with those children so that they have something which will last all the way into eternity. In fact, Jesus says these words about you. He says, truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Insignificant? If you're doing it for Jesus, how could that ever be? Yeah, I understand. To the world, our work is so insignificant. But not to God. Jesus notices. And Jesus sees it as being extremely significant to him.